Tattle Tells. Yo, we got a Real Housewives of Atlanta update, and we talking about Kandi and the gang. Yo, and who's in the streets comparing Kandi and the gang to Porsha's Hot Mess Express called Porsha's Family Matters? It's been mighty quiet over in that camp since everybody got exposed. Yo, let's get into the mess. I know we've been covering the Tasha K trial and everything else, but let's not forget that we love a good Bravo reality show, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Woo, the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. What am I talking about? Let's get into this. Okay, first of all, let's talk about Kandi and the gang. For those of you guys that don't know, I'll be on Sunday at 9:15. We are doing a weekly recap. Plus, I got some new good tea on you for y'all. Y'all want to laugh? Y'all want to see what's going on? Whoever wants to laugh and have a good kiki, meet me on my channel at 9:15 this Sunday because I'm spilling some tea. And yes, it's going to be breaking news. And yes, it's going to be exclusive. And yes, y'all going to have to stay mad because we're going to keep laughing and keep shining. So listen. But back to Kandi and the gang. I heard a lot of people saying, oh, it's going to be ghetto, just like Porsha's show. Let me tell you something. Let's just separate what's going on with Kandi and the gang, right? I'm trying to dig up dirt on the cast members so we can see what the personalities are. But listen, one, Kandi Burruss actually said out of her mouth, it's all real, ain't nothing fake. Everybody's being their real selves. One, so you know it can't be Porsha's Family Matters because everything on, well, that's not true. That's not true. Aunt Liz was real. Lonnie was real. Lauren was real. Dennis was real. I guess the only thing fake was the stars of the show, Porsha and Simon. They've been being very quiet since their fall from grace. So quiet since their fall from grace. And I guess also because, if you ever see my video on Simon's fake bio, also, I guess this is part of the fakeness. That whole life that he actually put up and all these rumors about him being worth 40 million or 400 million, guess what? He wrote the bios himself. Yeah, you don't believe me? He wrote the bios himself, had to put their own pictures in, and had to send it to a company in India to blast it all over those sites. Y'all don't believe me? Go watch the receipts in my video. You would think that everything would be verified, but ain't nothing verified. It's all his own fan fiction and the legend of Simon that he wrote himself. If y'all want to see it, go over to that video and go check out those receipts. Now check that. But let's get into Kandi and the game. Listen, this is literally going to be kind of like a Vanderpump Rules show. I don't know about y'all, but I loved Vanderpump Rules. Not now, right? Because it's just like, can everybody just go live their life? But when it was in their prime, I loved Vanderpump Rules. It's a bunch of strong personalities, but here's the thing. There's a lot of love and a lot of realness, and it looks like everybody is literally trying to find a way that they can come back together as a family. Truth be told, it doesn't look like they're split apart. But it's drama you go through with people you like, love, and respect. Again, I don't know why everybody's comparing it to Porsha's show. The two things we had a problem with Porsha's show, three things, right? I keep adding on things. One, full of lies. Fake. But you know liars always gotta call somebody else, right? Two, it literally had somebody fighting in the street like an angry, popped up, pilled alley cat, right? We all saw it. It was universally trashed. And three, it was fake because nobody believed what they were buying. Driving around in their cars and whatnot, writing fake bios. No one believed what they were buying. That was the problem, right? But everybody said that what was the one thing that everyone universally liked about Porsha's show? Aunt Lottie, the family, Lauren, trying to heal and trying to navigate this thing we call life. Kandi's show is not a Real Housewives of Atlanta spinoff. It's a stand-alone show with a cast that is not connected with Real Housewives of Atlanta in any way. They're going to show their trials. Listen, I'm reviewing it. It looks good. I got a little tea on that, but I'm trying to actually get some concrete because y'all know sometimes I do 4 wick where it's been triple double. Sometimes I do 1 wick when it's just what the streets are saying, right? Hasn't been verified, but it's funny. We can have a kiki, right? I got 1 wick gossip on some stuff that went down on Kandi's show. Spoiler alert, it was no fighting, right? And again, I don't call people arguing and disagreeing and yelling ghetto. To me, I like that old school reality TV when you really see something real. I call literally making up fake narratives and having your mask pull off for being a horrible person and a bit of a loser. Now, I call that fake, all right? So we're going 9:15. I got some gossip, but we also going to talk about Kandi's new show. I will be reviewing it. And also, the Turn Up with T.S. Madison, I'm going to be reviewing that too. But also, we going to be gossiping because I got some hot gossip. 9:15 on Sunday. Now, let's get to this Real Housewives of Atlanta tea. All right, baby. Now, let's get into this season 14 Real Housewives gossip. Now, listen. This season, I will say one thing, right? The producers are doing a good job of keeping things locked down. Last season, there were so many leaks that when the season started, we already knew what the whole storyline was or what happened in reality. And then we saw this producer storyline and we're like, something don't add up. This year, they're keeping things under lock and key. However, there are a few things that I can tell y'all that's not going to spoil the season, right? First of all, this season, it seems to be Drew versus everybody. What am I talking about? Drew, my sources are telling me that Drew gets into it with at least, first of all, she gets into it with everyone, but she gets into it deep with at least 3 cast members, right? Now, the picture, and I remember thinking, who are the cast members? Because my sources, they were kind of mum. Bravo's keeping this season on lock. Who are the cast members, right? Now, the Peach Report Daily did report, they were the first ones to see that Drew and Sheree are not following each other. I did a little digging. It does look like Drew and Sheree actually got into something, right? Now, I wonder how that went. Because here's the thing. Sheree against Kenya is funny, right? Because Kenya never goes for the throat with Sheree. She could, but she doesn't, right? Because like she said, when Sheree starts arguing, Sheree's like, you know how Sheree is, right? Then I was like, if Sheree got into it with Marlo would rip her soul out. Because Marlo loves going for people's souls whenever she thinks somebody's testing her, right? And I was thinking the same thing with Kenya and Drew. She already ripped Drew's soul out. Marlo and Drew were ripped Drew's soul out. Plus, they've been posting a lot of pictures of them chilling and getting along. Sheree and Drew, that would be evenly matched because Drew got corny reads. And Sheree gets flustered when she's with someone that can read better. She can read, but when she's with somebody that can read better with her and throw shade, she gets, to quote Kenya Moore, right? So, my sources are telling me that Sheree and Drew actually did get into something. Now, that's a thing that everyone's telling me about this cast is no matter what they go through, right? No matter what they throw through, they find a way to come back together and give us that old school Real Housewives fun where, okay, fine, I can't stand you, but we gonna film this scene and laugh and have fun, right? 2 other people that Drew got into it. Now, this is just speculation on my part, but Kandi did an interview with Ray's reality blog talking about, follow them on Twitter, Peach Report Daily and Ray's reality blog. Ray. Sorry about that. On Jay's reality blog. Follow them on Twitter and Instagram, right? What am I saying? Y'all probably do if you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm the one late to the party. But Kandi did an interview, and y'all, I think we might have just found, right? I put your detective hats on. I think we might have found the second person that Drew was getting into it. Because again, my sources are confident that Drew gets into it with everybody. You can listen to this video and let me know what you think.
RHOA. So we will be filming into February for a couple more weeks. And listen, it's interesting. I bumped heads with somebody real bad last week. I can't tell you who it is because I got in trouble already for telling y'all little things that's happening during filming. But yes, I got into it real bad. They had me talking real crazy to them, Oh, please forgive me when you hear some of the stuff that I said out of my mouth. It was terrible. I was upset. I was mad. They was talking crazy to me too now. So it wasn't one-sided, to be clear. It wasn't just me. But y'all just gonna have to wait till the show airs for you to see it because I'm not telling you ahead of time who it was. So anyway, RHOAs.
Kandi, you ain't gotta tell us nothing, baby girl, about who it is. I think it's actually Drew. And you know the third person I think that Drew got into it with? Sanya. I think it's Sanya. From everything I've heard about Sanya, listen, she's Jamaican, right? Listen, I got a few Jamaican girlfriends. They are sweet as pie and so loyal, but don't overstep your boundaries. And Drew does have a history of trying it with someone. My sources are also telling me that because Drew got into it with everyone, right? The Drew's only most likable when she's filming with her family, because she's not doing that season 13 mess where she's putting on the show trying to have a moment. Y'all remember the gift exchange where Drew didn't even give the $1,000 and tried to give her old weave hair? Tacky. But that said, now that Drew is not under she who shall not be named, but who slept with Bolo, allegedly, right? Now that she is not under to give Drew another chance and see how she actually elevates the cast. But again, my sources are telling me that it's Drew against everyone because it just lets has up. Listen, that girl knows they ain't making another step up, right? She needs her coins, right? She knows that she needs to stay on that show, so she is literally fine to be the villain. Oddly enough, I have heard that Drew and Kenya are kind of getting along. Again, she who shall not be named, but allegedly slept with the stripper. Y'all, again, now that we don't got that dark cloud making negative energy, she took that over to her show. Let's see what happens with Real Housewives of Atlanta. Last piece of evidence I have that it really is Drew is this cast picture. Remember I told y'all I was one of the first, actually I think I was the first person to say that they were going on a trip to Jamaica. This has been the longest cast trip that they've ever been on, right? The longest cast trip that they've ever been on outside of the country that didn't include a 10 or 20 hour flight, right? So there was a lot of filming. It was a couple's trip, but if you notice from this picture, let's just go to the picture and I'll explain it to you. All right, y'all, here we go. Exhibit everything. Look at this. This is from the Peach Report Daily. Y'all, follow the Peach Report Daily on Instagram and on Twitter, and also Jay's reality blog. Yo, look at everybody here, right? All right, we got Monetta sitting pretty. I told y'all she was going to be a peach, right? Woo! We got Marlo. We got Sonia looking gorgeous. We got Kenya Summer Moore glowing in neon green. We got Kandi doing it. I see you, mama. We got Sheree. What in the world is Sheree wearing? No, literally, I'm going to get to the tea, but what is Sheree wearing? Sheree, it's a pretty color on her, but the braids, the things, that, and when she turned to the front, it looked even worse. What is she wearing? We know Sheree got the body of life, mama. I know you could have did better. What are we doing if you don't wrap those braids around your waist and make a waistline? Girl, Sheree, I can't. And also this other lady on the end, which appears to be Sheree's friend. It seems like all the single ladies bought a friend. Sheree bought this girl, and then Marlo bought that guy that she's been on Insta Live with, that I think he's trying to say he's a hairdresser, but I think he went along for the trip because, all the single girls bought a friend, right? But if you notice, who's missing from this picture? If you're guessing Drew Sidora, you would be right. And if all of you in the back would be like, girl, why did you remind me of Drew? Yes, you would also be right. Drew Sidora is missing from this picture. It lets me know that the tensions that I've been hearing that are brewing between Drew and basically everybody on the cast, it looks like there might be some truth to it. Anyway, Tattle Tells, let me know what you think. Are you looking forward to the season? I am. I've been hearing great things about this season. Now, we don't know if it's going to be a Carlos King season, but honestly, after season 13, the only way to go is up. All right, my little Tattle Tells, I'll talk to y'all later.